In order to sell someone something, you have to get them to make a decision. How do you get there? Today, marketing online means you have to develop a relationship with customers you may never see face to face. Enter psychologist Jim Lynn. This is Vidiotheque, where every week we try to help companies make the most of their online marketing. I'm Scott Combs. I hope you'll like our videos and share them with your friends and colleagues. Full disclosure here, Jim is a client of ours. You could refer to him as a consulting or management psychologist. He's worked in the business world forever, and well, we got to talking. And Jim keeps saying, why aren't we getting this stuff on tape? So we turned on the camera and kept talking. I asked Jim, how do we get to yes with a customer?
When you're selling something, if we think, let's go back to the very. I like to think about this from a very basic point of view. There are two basic. We have wants and we have needs. We have things that we need. Like if you're selling water at a halfway point in the desert, you got a pretty good deal. If you're selling energy or oil or something that people need, food. You have a pretty easy sale. But I think probably 98% of what we see out there in the world of what we're selling people what they want. So you're right. It's a little bit more complicated than just saying here's some food or here's some water or here's some shelter. Some basic things people need. So getting at figuring out why people buy a particular service or a particular car or a particular consultant, I think gets at what I think of are two things. There's a rational decision. They think about it. They weigh the pros and cons of it. But I think much more importantly is there's an emotional component. There's a part of our brain, that limbic system, that has this emotional need to get satisfied, and that's a much stronger part of why we buy.
But when we focus on the emotional, can't we be accused of manipulation?
Yeah, you could frame it as manipulation. That's interesting. I see where you're going there. I think that's true, and I think the key to that though is to think about what's the higher level purpose. I do a lot of training with managers and executives on a variety of style instruments and basically the three things that we're teaching managers is to learn to know yourself, your own style, how you interact with people. Secondly, how to assess and figure out the style of other people, and then to use that knowledge to then connect with the person. But my intent and purpose in teaching them those skills has always been to just improve the quality of their communication so that they can build a level of rapport and get about the business of doing their business. The purpose and intent of teaching them these different style interaction skills is not so they can manipulate people or be phony. It's just my explanation because I've had people say, well, Jim, aren't we being unreal to be very strict and down to business with the no-nonsense type and to smile and kid around with the more friendly type? And I say, no, that's not being manipulative. What you're doing is you're connecting with that person and helping to establish some level of rapport with them so you can get on with the business. I think it's a great discussion about how we sell. I think it's not manipulation. It's really just connecting with people.
Connecting with people is what online marketing is all about, and intent matters. To connect with different personalities, you need to provide different kinds of content. Clearly, you need a strategy because just throwing stuff up on the web isn't going to work. We'll be hearing more from Jim Lynn in the coming weeks. If you like our stuff, click the subscribe button and share it with your friends. Leave comments, questions, and more on the blog, at YouTube, or at the email address on the screen. Thanks for watching. Now get out and do something.